Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I've got my review on body types to bring you. Now body types are going to be something that you cannot find in the game, which I think is absolutely absurd. This is the only AAA game I've ever played where I need to use third-party websites to learn pretty basic information about my own players. That said, the body types, if you aren't familiar, are going to be found easiest on FootGG, I think, right now. I can't find them so well on Footbin. I think Footbin kind of took them away. But if we take a look at Lionel Messi, this is his just basic FootGG card. You scroll on down, the body type's going to be here on the bottom left. It's going to say Lionel Messi. This, when it's just his name repeated again, means he's got a unique body type. Go back to, I was just looking randomly through Lucas Torreira. He was a well-liked card in one of the older FIFAs. Average short, which is a kind of B or C tier body type. We're going to cover all of that, right? Average short as well on her. I think I had Mariona before, average short. Go to Oscar Bob is lean medium. So you can see all kinds of different body types all through here. Tovin, that new card, is, if it doesn't show, that means FootGG has forgotten to update it for the promo card. You'll be able to find it on the rare gold, or the base gold, whatever the base card is. You scroll on down here, body type average medium. For whatever reason, they just don't, it's always consistent. It's only one body type per year, you know, they don't tend to change year to year either. Unless they give somebody a unique body type. Lamine Yamal should probably get one at some point, right? It's just whenever they bring the person in to scan their body or however they do it, right? But FootGG just sometimes forgets to put the thing on the promo card, so you'll always find it on the base card. That's what we're going to be going over. And as a real brief primer, now this video is going to be really short. I don't want to kind of bog you down with too many details here, because this is really basic, and there's not a lot to showcase. It's just I tell you the best things, and then you try to get players that work like that. So if I just take the ball with Lionel Messi, obviously 90 dribbling, super high stat, he's got a unique body type, and with Neymar not in the game, he's probably got the best unique body type in the game. And if you just watch his dribbling here, super responsive and super consistent. Not a lot of heavy touches. He very consistently gets very frequent touches on the ball. So he's like 1, 2, 3, 4. He's always getting multiple touches. You see the AI here. It's obviously average AI, but just with the left stick, they're unable to get the ball from me. I'm in like under pretty pressure situations here. He's always very consistent and very responsive. So I'm able to just kind of react a little bit late. You see how I just dodged around that tackle. Very responsive, very consistent, very, it comes out so quick out of his feet, and I know exactly what it's going to do. So it's all about responsiveness and consistency. I'm going to show you another player by the name of Malcom, who I've got in the team here. He's got one of the worst body types in the game. It's a player with 84 dribbling, obviously not Messi's 90, and I'm aware of that. But he's stocky medium. So that means he's medium for height, but stocky for, I guess, width or weight. He's going to be nowhere near as responsive. So if you remember how easy it was for me to get Messi just kind of hold on to the ball, just react to the opponent's tackles and all of that, under pressure here at the top of the box, you should be able to see Malcom's touches are significantly heavier. That one I barely escaped out of. Some of them aren't as consistent either. Like that turnaround was pretty slow. It takes a while, like once I move the left stick, and it's a little inconsistent. Some of these, it takes a little bit of time for him to actually register the left stick that I do on the controller for him to actually do it in person. And I don't feel anywhere near as confident holding the ball. You see, eventually I did lose it. Yeah, I turned into them a little bit. But Messi, if I did that turn into them, I would have still held on to the ball. So it's all, again, it's just responsiveness and consistency. That's what all the body types are. And again, you'll see here with Messi, I'm able to hold on to this like it's nothing. That's all like specific to details of the player. And I want to show you kind of what I'm setting up here. This is going to be, I'm calling it a player reviews document. This is going to be in the description, and it's going to be public for everyone to view. It's just a very easy document as a reminder. So if you, again, want to screen cap this, however you learn, this is just kind of the, again, this video is basically just me telling you what you should be looking for in terms of the body types. This determines the evos I'm looking for. For example, I'm saying S tier is short and lean. I'm looking at Julian Duranville, who's obviously a Dortmund player, if you're aware of him in real life. So I'm a Dortmund fan, I've got a connection to him. But that I'm saying is an S tier body type. He's that lean, short and lean and short, whichever direction you want to say it. There's a reason I'm interested in this card for evos, because he's got that S tier body type. And it's not like there's a lot of silver cards that are unique body types. I actually don't know of any. So this is going to be the list here. So responsiveness is going to be, I've actually got responsiveness, and I should put consistency here. Watch me edit my own doc in real time, if I can spell. And it's going to be the leaner you are, so it goes lean, average, stocky. That's going to be, so Messi was lean, and remember the Malcom card was stocky. That's going to be consistency. That's going to be how much you can trust that your input is going to be the same in the same situation, no matter how under pressure you are, no matter how heavy your touch before was, no matter how like well inputted it is on the controller. You know exactly what's going to happen when they do it. Now the height of the player is more for responsiveness. Let me again edit in real time. Probably change the color of these or something, right? That did not work. I selected the wrong one. Excuse me. So this is going to be, we'll do blue for that. Why not? It's going to be the main things I want you to look at in terms of the stuff, right? So the fact that Malcom was, I believe, medium for the height. Excuse me, medium for the height here. He's kind of average for responsiveness. It's not great. It's not bad. But his stocky meant he was super inconsistent. And so, like, the responsiveness, I was kind of able to get away from them. Like, in time, it wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. But I wasn't always, like, I was very rarely confident that I knew where the ball was going. Now, that was with an average height or a medium height and a stocky body type. This is a tall height and a lean body type. You'll be able to tell. I don't feel very confident with his responsiveness. Now, it's not bad on him. And remember, he's got a higher dribbling stat than Malcom. Now, he does feel more responsive. It could be that part of the lean, like, they both play into each other a little bit. So it's not just one is responsive and one is consistency. They're both impactful for both. However, one, like, the height is a little bit more for responsiveness and the weight is a little bit more for consistency. That said, you'll see that Rangers is a lot better on the ball, despite being taller. He does feel slightly more responsive. That's probably the lean body type really playing into that. But he's way more consistent. You don't see any of those weird heavy touches. You don't see anything like with the ball getting away from him. I know exactly what he's going to do. I'm very, very confident with him on the ball. It's just if I need to respond to that tackle and I'm going, oh, they're right there, let me get away. Oh, they're right there, let me get away. I'm not as comfortable with him as I will be with a shorter player. And that's all going to be on you to weigh. So it's all up to you. Depends on the type of player you are. Let me get the ball back here. I'm going to show off with, I'll do Martin Odegaard. So he is medium for height. Excuse me. We're calling it average for height, right? I keep forgetting. Because they changed these around recently, so I'm used to the old way they said it. He's medium for height, but he's lean for responsiveness. So he's a little bit shorter than Rangers, but he's still lean. And he's a little bit slower, so you do have to keep in mind, like, the pace is part of this. Or just how far past an opponent I'm able to get. So I'm not really used to a 68 pace. If I try to get to the top of the box again, he's actually a little bit better with responsiveness. And he's got one dribbling stat higher than Rangers. Of course, some of the in-game stats for specific dribbling matter there too. It's the pace that's really going to let him down in this situation. I'm responding in time, and I think you should be able to see that. I've got the response in time. But even though I'm responding, he's just kind of slow to walk away, and that's why the pace stat is, unfortunately, always a really big deal. You can tell, like, he's doing the input, but I'm just not getting very far because he's slower. So the pace inputs in that too, and all of it's going to matter. The strength is going to matter, the height's going to matter, the body type for the weight's going to matter, all that stuff, right? So that's the main stuff I want you to keep in mind for this, is just kind of, you know, you've got this whole list. It's up to you what you want. I'm also going to say the more explosive a player is, so like Messi was explosive. Malcom I didn't actually have memorized. Malcom is probably controlled. Malcom is explosive. So the explosive helps with the responsiveness too. Whereas Odegaard's going to be controlled, and so that's part of why I don't think I dribble as well with him. Whereas Rangers was... I think Rangers is also actually controlled, so it's just the benefit of his pace that was making him escape a little bit better than Odegaard. Yeah, Rangers is also controlled. The main thing I want you to take away from this video is it's up to you. You can go with Dribbling or Matsukobo. These are great body type players who are 5'1", going to be absolutely top tier, S+, all of that stuff for responsiveness. The downside to all of that, right, is going to be your skill moves don't travel as far. So I don't want to kind of focus on that. Is if you play like me, if you are somebody who wants to hold on to the ball, if you want to guarantee that no matter what is going on, I can do something, I can accomplish something. The thing with Messi, is I can't always get behind you, but I can always shift around. You see the lower pace, maybe the lack of 5-star skills, maybe the lack of strength, or some of the things like that, right, are going to mean I might successfully skill you, and you still catch back up to me. If you're a faster defender, if you're a lengthy defender who just like takes a really long step, if you're a defender with jockey or jockey plus, you might actually catch back up to me. The reason I'm okay with that is my playstyle. It's up to me to go, you're gonna catch up, but I've got Messi, so I can do it again. That's the one time I failed. I can do it again against you. It's because he's low stamina, so you've got to keep this in mind too. Look at the stamina gauge in the bottom right. That's going to impact the dribbling a little bit, in my opinion. EA says it's weird this year, like it's supposed to, the stamina is only supposed to matter off the ball, not on the ball. I don't fully believe that. I feel like some detriment to on the ball still. That said, again, like the low stamina is just adjusting things a little. So of course Messi's 70 stamina or whatever it is not the best. But for me, it's always, you can catch up and I'll just get by you again anyway. That benefit for me is super important because it means in any situation on offense, I'm able to do something with it. I'm not ever stuck. You can try to gain advantage with Rafael Leao, with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, with a taller player who's still got maybe 4 or 5 star skills, who's still one of the higher dribbling stats in the game. You can try to take advantage of them. What the difference is going to be is they will have more success less of the time. And that's, again, entirely up to how you play. So it is, if you want your skill move to take you further past somebody, that's where actually, I can't pass apparently. That's where Reinders is going to have a bigger benefit. Because his taller frame means the actual like skill move just travels more of a distance. It goes further. Which means if I'm in the box, maybe I'm one-on-ones against a center back, and I need to open up to shoot, and I just want like a better shooting lane. Reinders every once in a while is going to have a bigger benefit. The skill move here is just going to travel further distance, and I'm going to get an extra, maybe yard, something like that, away from the opponent. Whereas with Messi, I'm only going to get, I don't know what it is, it'll be half a yard, it'll be a third of a yard. It's not going to be as far, which means they might catch up. So it's up to you. The downside is Reinders might actually take a heavier touch. His first touch might not be as good. His next touch might be longer, which means he might actually take you further into the other player. You might see in these situations, I'm getting away from the one center back, but his further touches, his bigger frame, is going to take him more into the other defender, which is going to close down the space quicker again. As Messi isn't maybe getting as far away from the first center back, but is stepping less into the second one, so the spacing is all entirely different. So it's up to you. If you're like, I want a taller striker who's going to get past and just open up shooting angles more, that's entirely up to you. But you're going to be able to hold the ball in less situations. I will sacrifice getting a shot off sometimes, getting a perfect shot off sometimes, for just trusting my dribbling ability to get back around somebody and trust that I'm going to open up something else to work. I will dribble you again and again and again. I want that confidence on the ball to know I can do whatever I want, and I'm just going to retain possession and always make something out of something. Whereas with those taller players, you're going to sometimes, you know, you'll get in that position and you might gain a great benefit. You might score a goal that I can't, but you will also lose the ball more frequently than I do. And so you're just kind of playing, it's more of a gamble in that situation. I don't like the gamble. I'm somebody who likes control. I'm somebody who likes to guarantee that I can get something from the attack. I don't like to go, either this works or I lose. I like to go, this works somewhat. I can make sure I hold on to the ball, I'll shift things around, and it's going to open up something for me to do the next time, rather than a taller player who's going to limit me and go, I can do this, and it's either going to net me scoring, I will like guarantee a goal if it works, but I can't be guaranteed that I'm going to make sure I get past. I like the guarantee. So it's entirely up to you which route you like to go. Now I'll point out again, there's a little bit more to this video, there's a little bit more to this document. I'm going to do my best to keep a tab of really kind of short player reviews on here. If there's any, you know, kind of other things you want from this, a prettier way to make it or anything, do let me know. I'll plan to add Dabini on here, and I'll try to put not every player I use, but I'll try to keep this updated throughout the year. That's just a real quick way to, whether or not I put out an actual video on like every single player that I might review, or I'll just dump them in the document without putting a full video on them. So this would be a good place to look just for the dribblers I like and that I recommend. Again, it's going to be for my playstyle though. So like I've got tall and lean in D tier, and yet Rangers has worked really, really well for me this year. This is not as prevalent this year as it has been in last years. This is not as prevalent. In the past years, it has been like 100% this, I will live by this and nothing else. This year, you know what, Rangers does work a little bit better than he has. It's still a playstyle preference, but I'm never going to say there aren't ways that tall and lean works better. It will work in some situations in a way that a short lean player will lose me the ball. Like, it will happen sometimes. Sometimes you need the strength, sometimes you need the bigger touch. The same thing, explosive control lengthy. Sometimes this will have a benefit, sometimes. But I like just the guarantee that most of the time I'm going to be able to hold onto the ball pretty much no matter what. And just work the attack from somewhere else. I'll just be able to, cycle it on. That's why I like the passing play styles too and all of that stuff, right? So it's all up to you. This is just if you want to play like me, these are the ones I want you to be focusing on. I don't want you dipping too far down into these. Now, the stats also matter a little bit at this point of the year. I'm using a card like, let's say, Mariona, who is what I've got listed as a, she's a B tier body type. She's got this average and short and average, again, whichever direction you want to say it. This I'm listing as a B tier body type, but she's got S tier dribbling. There's not a lot of cards at this stage of the year that have 90 dribbling, so this will outrank it a little bit. So yeah, she's got a C tier quote unquote body type. With S tier dribbling, it makes her kind of an A tier dribbler, if that makes sense. So it's going to depend on the stats, going to depend on the playstyle, it's going to depend on the stamina. Maybe I'll add my favorite playstyles to this document too. It's just like a real brief tier list. You can review that as well. I think this video's dragged on long enough. Again, the point of this is just kind of take your screenshot of the document, take a look at the players that I'm interested in if you want to play like me. It's not a hard and fast rule, especially not this year because it's better this year than it has been in past years. But this is the reason you're not going to see me using somebody like Lauren James, because a lot of people are going to recommend her. A lot of people like her for the dribbling, for the 5-star skills. She's rapid plus, which I don't like, but then first touch and trickster, you'd think, oh, these kinds of things are for me. Even enforcer, the new playstyle, all of that, right? Stocky medium, and this means just no. Like this card, even once the even if a card fixes the playstyles, like the team of the season she had last year did, even if even if she gets one of the highest dribbling stats in the game, I'll still like Messi because I just want the consistency. I want to ensure that my thing is going to work, rather than take this one that's a little bit riskier. It might let me more benefit, but it might lose me the ball more often. I don't want to lose the ball because then I feel like it's not on me. I feel like I did the thing that most of the time worked, and then just this time it didn't, and I feel really bad about that. That's just how I play. Hopefully you did enjoy this one. I will leave off with the document on the screen. Again, one more chance to take the screenshot. The link to this is going to be in the description and all that, so hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy now. Peace.